you always have an opinion to offer about, whether it's the real estate economy in the city or in the country or whatever's going on with the interest rates. So definitely wanted to get you in and on the podcast because, real estate is such a fundamental aspect of people's lives and their financial lives.
Yeah.
So definitely want to understand, what the positioning is right now and what it's going to look like in the future. And maybe that will inform some of the viewers on how to move if they live in Canada or if they live in Calgary more specifically. So,
yeah, I mean, COVID's has completely flipped the market upside down. Like we've set records all across the board, and that's not only in Calgary. That's that's all across Canada, North America, even most of the world. It was just been crazy amount of real estate transactions. A lot of it was driven by obviously low interest rates across the world, as well as pent up demand. So people, weren't spending on things as they were kind of, sitting in their houses and they were suffering restrictions. They weren't traveling, they weren't, shopping, they weren't doing things. So they're, saving a lot of cash. Combined with low interest rates, they started to evaluate their lifestyles and have different needs. As a lot of them were working at home, so they needed different spaces at home, and then we're kind of reevaluating their lifestyles. So a lot of that kind of pent up demand, and then when kind of restrictions started to open up, it kind of fell into the real estate market and people started buying tremendously. So basically that's kind of what's been happening, and we've kind of seen records set. So kind of the peak of our market was in January, February, and March in Calgary, and I think most of North America. So those are kind of the 3 months where we saw like relentless bidding wars on properties being sold in hours or 1 or 2 days, and multiple offer situations, and it was just a crazy period of time for real estate. So
that's good.
Yeah,
I remember those times for sure. And I remember, obviously to kind of keep some sort of flexibility or, movement in the economy, they lowered the interest rate, right? In Canada here when COVID hit. And as you mentioned, that kind of led to that type of action.